is there anything that you would like to see in the new generations of historians?
I mean, a lot of it's the same. I mean, history gives, critical skills, rhetorical skills, all those kind of skills I still want to see. But definitely I want to see a kind of open-mindedness about what kind of sources you're looking at. It was quite interesting where I'm doing one module where people are saying, is it alright if I use visual sources just for pictures? And it's like, you don't just have to use them for pictures, you can use them as the actual source. Definitely that kind of open-mindedness to what sources you use, the kind of tools you'll use for analysing them. And just kind of building up your confidence in being able to say what you think. So you guys doing this website is great because you can tell the world what you think. And people can tell you back if they want. They can come online and they say whether they think what you've written is helpful. And it's that whole kind of accepting that it takes a while to build stuff up, so you don't get down if, the same as if your first essay is not brilliant. It's the first essay. It's going to build up slowly. So hopefully just a good bunch of guys who are well networked, I think, because historians have got a reputation for sitting in their own little attic rooms with dusty papers. So we can be much more networked through websites and email and forums, and that can turn into face-to-face meetings because you've already started the conversation online. So hopefully be more people sharing their knowledge, and then we can, my current, I can't remember what the term is, but I hate it when people keep reinventing the wheel. And I keep saying, let's stop reinventing the wheel and let's start building the car body. So you've got to a certain extent, your training involves having to reinvent some of the wheels so that we can see that you're. But yeah, the more we share stuff, the more we can start to actually keep climbing up higher rather than going around the same little circles.
We have now the fun questions. Yeah. You can go with that one.
Who's your favourite historical figure and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. My favourite historical figure. Who do I look at? See, I read lots of trashy historical novels, which is terrible. See, this is going to sound really weird, but coming from a Christian perspective, I like looking back at all the stuff about what happened with Jesus at that kind of time. That's not my area of expertise, but it's stuff when you do that whole kind of dinner party thing. Who would you like to invite? He'd be on the list. I'm trying to think who else would be on the list. Probably Florence Nightingale.
Why?
Because she had the guts to go and do something a bit different. I think I'm interested in finding people who have been prepared to go against the flow and have stood up for what they believed in. In some ways, I'm a little bit funny about individuals in history because I tend to study mass movements, and it's that whole idea of what we would have looked at in your year one. The idea of when someone invented something, did they actually invent it, or has it actually built on all these other people, and they just happened to do the final piece in the puzzle. But yeah, there's got to be some great people that I'd want to meet, some great historians who get some great debate going. I know I met one of the people at my PhD examiner was Asa Briggs. So he was someone I'd always heard of and thought, he'd be interesting to meet, and there he was. So great man, really interesting, really dynamic. Looks about 30 years younger than he actually is. So yeah, does that kind of answer that one?
Yeah. If you could have a source, even if it's a lost source, which one would you have, or unavailable?
Or unavailable. Well, I spent months and months trying to track down odd posters. I'd love it if someone dumped in front of me every single poster produced by the Ministry of Information. So a lot of those debates that I would have pulled out of my PhD saying, I think the kind of message the government was pushing out was here, but if I find another source it could completely change my argument. If I had them all there, Oh, that gave me a really good idea of what I was saying was real.